Hello, this is Rain. Welcome to Chaos Connections, the Not Safe for Work podcast, removing the filters from the Instagram of parenting and life. We are three moms, Harley, Rain, and Raven, parenting our darling, darling demonic children through various steps and phases of their lives while trying to maintain relationships, careers, a sense of humor, and our sense of self. Join us through our triumphs, laugh at and commiserate with our struggles, marvel at our batshit crazy lives. Just be mindful of our motto: fuck around and find out.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Chaos Connections podcast. This is Harley. And so today, I hope you read the title. We're going to be talking about holiday such and such because there ain't no telling what type of stories are going to be told in this little episode.
Were you just playing your tits?
No, I was playing a banjo. I was playing a little banjo, and yes,
Yeah,
they
but
were
you had
on
it
the.
like
It
right
was on the.
here.
Okay,
I was like,
listen. Don't kink shame. What if I do like to strum the string between my nipples? You don't know my life. See, ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen, I told
now
you.
I know what to get Harley for Christmas. I'm getting her some nipple clamps.
I told you it was gonna be holiday such and such. Make sure they have tinsel and jingle bells so I can. All right.
Okay, nipple clamps with bells on them.
Yep. Okay. So we're talking about holiday such and such, and to just give you a good general warning, we're gonna quote the OG Jurassic Park. Hold on to your butts. That's what we're gonna do. All right.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. So we're just talking
Nice. It's
about
getting firmer. I don't know. I was holding onto my butt.
what's getting firmer.
My butt. I've been doing squats. You told me to hold on to it, so I'm holding on to it. It feels nice.
Okay. It's just a figurative saying, darling.
Okay.
So
I like it.
this is going to be your run of the mill Chaos Connections podcast episode.
And by run of the mill, she means y'all can
We're gonna
expect
go off the
just
fucking rails.
about anything.
We honestly, we set out with the best intentions to discuss a topic that's been heavy on our mind. We really truly do.
But because we
what ends
embody
up
chaos.
what ends up happening is the chaos takes full control, and we're talking about this horrible traumatic event that taught us this life lesson, and the other one of us goes, that reminds me of this delicious ice cream flavor that I had once upon a time, but it was limited edition. What type of shit is that? And thus we go on a swirl.
Because the only one of us that is not ADD, I think, needs to be tested again. Unless it's just
I just live with it. So
yeah,
there's some habits
osmosis
that you pick.
or injection.
Probably injection. But
honestly, you what ends up happening is God damn it, my dogs are barking. And that's not me saying my feet hurt. My dogs, my actual dog.
See, I was wondering because she just got done with a shopping trip, so I thought maybe her feet hurt.
No, I have super overpriced flip-flops on to make sure that doesn't happen. But I digress.
Playing with clay.
I need to tell you about my favorite overpriced flip-flops because they are fucking comfy. We're talking about Christmas fuckery or holiday mayhem. I don't remember.
Holiday
mayhem. Holiday such and such. See? There we go. Harley was just telling y'all that we are so good at having...
I had my phone in my lap and somebody
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see this, but Harley's internet is having some issues, and so it's like we're... You know the montages in movies where the character like keeps going from pose to pose to pose, and it's like there's no like actual movement happening in between? That's what we're watching with Harley. It's really kind of amusing.
Stop animation?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's kind of happening for me too. I don't know what's going on, so this is gonna be fun.
Okay, so holiday such and such. Where
And
did
I'm
you want
playing
to
Okay,
with
go with
Clay
this?
because I am
it
making
just did
stuff
a
for
still
work.
motion of Raven. Wait. It just did a still motion of Raven doing this, and I hope that it captures this movement. Okay, it was Raven going. Eh.
I hope I looked sexy instead of dorky.
It was I I I just noticed the tongue was out in a very provocative pose, and I was like, "This is interesting. I didn't know we were doing
Oh,
OnlyFans today."
awesome! I looked
Okay.
sexy. Oh,
I'm kidding.
I
We're not.
forgot to warn
We
you. I'm
don't have an
sorry.
OnlyFans, ladies and gents. No.
Not yet.
Holiday such and such.
So
Shenanigans.
You won't get on
Raven.
TikTok, but you will get on OnlyFans. Really?
Yeah,
It
OnlyFans will
got
give me
started because
tattoo
of
money.
TikTok.
I don't care. So Rain is playing with clay to make holiday things for her work coworkers. My coworkers are all over the place, so I can't make things for them. But I decided that so y'all know I love steampunk. I love the shit out of it. I don't have any steampunk holiday jewelry. So I fixed that. I made some. And I thought, hey, if I'm going to get some Christmas charms and make some jewelry, I should make some for my darling co hosts, Harley and Rain. So I did. I made them each a matching necklace and earring set. And I don't know when I'm going to get Harley's to her, but I need to.
I am.
And then I
So
made some earrings for the Witchkins. And they don't match each other, but they go together. I think it's really cute.
so the hilarious thing is I'm actually going to be in Houston with Captain, but it's going to be after Christmas. And we were hoping to get to see Harley prior to Christmas. We don't know how that's going to work, but my house is always open to a visit from the Harley. Um,
Mm, 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 mm. After Halloween,
Mhm.
I highly restrict my outings from my casa because bitches be crazy
Oh my
and
God.
I'll shank a
yeah,
hoe.
no,
Y'all,
go from your casa to my casa, and then Raven come to my casa, and we annoy the shit out of Captain, who really enjoys socializing more than he realizes.
Mhm.
With a
He has a
select
goofball.
few.
Okay, we were working on my office / craft space, trying to get stuff situated. Captain and Witchkin 1 went out to dinner. Did they go to? No, they went out to dinner
Mhm.
because we were supposed to start on this earlier, but Raven was doing other shit with Apprentice 2. Anyway, I digress.
Yes.
So, so we were, doing that, and I was like, and Harley messaged to get on to do to work on something, and we're like, yeah, no, and I'm like, nope, we can't. Raven, why? Captain just messaged. He's on his way home. He asked us if we wanted anything, and we said that we wanted freaking Starbucks drinks, and he's probably standing at the door based on how the dogs are acting right now. And I said he's gonna come up, he's gonna give us our drinks, and he's gonna say that
Let's go smoke.
let's go smoke. And he comes in,
That's
he's talking
Captain
to us.
lingo. That's Captain lingo for I want to talk about some shit.
No, that's Captain Lingo for I want attention, please.
Mhm.
And he actually just came and jumped onto the bed, and that's why you've heard possibly saw stuff rattling, is because the dogs under my desk ran to go play with Dad. Um, but yeah, no. So Captain was just like sitting there for a minute. We're doing some things. He's waiting for me to finish going through whatever box I was going through, and he's like, "Okay, you're done. Are y'all at a stopping point so we can go smoke?" On freaking cue, Raven and I just crack up fucking laughing, and he is so lost.
Yeah.
So lost. It was great.
But this was the same night when Witchkin 1, walks into the doorway to tell us how dinner with Dad was. And we look at her and we're like, so how was it? I wore my stand-in pants. And even though Rain and I had never heard that phrase before, we immediately knew exactly what she meant and were cracking up because we've done that when, you wear your stand-in pants to an event that should be standing and it ends up not, and you end up like cutting yourself in half because when you sit down and it all squishes. Oh my God. She is just too precious.
I'm not even gonna lie, y'all actually just reminded me that I got to do something. Hold on. I'm doing
What
it.
you got to do?
I'm multitasking. Yes,
Okay,
you can do that?
Kind of. You multitask.
Sometimes.
I'm going to show off these cute things that I made for the Witchkins. So there is a...
What the fuck?
Oh, hold on. That was backwards. There's
They're not
a
gonna,
set
they
of
might
dangle.
not be here until after Christmas. What good is that, Amazon? What good does that do me, Amazon?
Well, who's it for?
Christmas gift wrapping bags.
Oh, then get some different ones. And select
Dollar
all crime.
Tree.
So I made some dangle snowman earrings for one
And I
of
really
the
want to steal your
Witchkins.
freaking ring because I love opals.
I got this one off of a not sponsored site that is very well known for having subpar or small, very small things.
Small.
Yeah.
Smart.
And then, so that was a
I wish I
dancing
could
snowman.
show you guys because this is super cute. I look up and Captain is laying across the bed. Corvus is at the corner of the bed facing the door. Hex is rolling around on the comforter that's on the floor. Ripley's in the crook of his arm, and hers is using his hip as a pillow. And I can just see his feet.
So we got the dancing snowman dingle earrings, and then I made a pair of dancing polar bear earrings in the same color scheme. And then, as a shorter dangle, I made a pair of dancing penguin earrings. So see, they all go together, but they don't match because they're all dancing and they're all blue and white.
Oh, that's stupid. Sorry. No.
Okay, so
God,
Harley
that's so-
is attempting to multitask and do some Christmas shopping while we are recording this, speaking of holiday such and such.
No,
And so her exclamation of, that's stupid, was not directed at what I was saying or what I made.
It wasn't. I promise it wasn't.
Especially because I made her a very pretty pair of Christmas earrings and necklace that I really think she's going to like. And I got myself some... So I also do not have any Creepmas or Goth Christmas jewelry. So I do have some really awesome goth charms, right? But hard to make them Christmas. Unless you have cute little red stockings and mittens and Santa hats that you can pair them with. Because I work from home, which is fantastic and wonderful, and I love my company for that, and I love this contract for that, because that really has helped the work-life balance like so much. But what's really fun is I'm in meetings all day that I am an observer of. I'm not necessarily a participant. I'm just supposed to observe. So I can do things with my hands while I'm observing and listening. So I made all of these. I made the 3 pairs of earrings. I made the necklace and earrings for Rain. I made the necklace and earrings for Harley. And then I made like 4 steampunk Christmas jewelry sets all in the same day. And they are cute. And I take some pride in my craft, so I will wear my creations, not just to show them off, but because I'm also testing them out. Are the earrings too heavy? Is the necklace too scratchy? Did I get all of the connections tight enough that it's not going to fall apart? Did I get everything the right direction so that it lays correctly and doesn't look weird. And yes, I clean them when they get sold, so you're not getting my ear junk. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun doing that. And I finished a diamond painting that Apprentice 2 gave me for Christmas last year. It's this really cool octopus like at the surface of the water, and there's like sun rays and blah, 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 blah. What happened? Oh, did he get hit in the nuts?
Was rolling.
I did not hear what he said, but he sounded a little cranky.
So he's laying on the bed. Ripley is at the crook of his arm, and she had rolled over onto her back, and she was doing the dog thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if any of you have dogs and they do that, most of the time, at some point, they're going to sneeze.
Right in his beard.
A little bit higher.
His mouth was open, wasn't it?
Don't chew. Don't chew. Just spit. Just spit.
Harley says, "Don't chew, just spit."
Just spit it. Spit it. Spit it.
Raven's
spit
laughing
it.
too hard to formulate a reply. No, so yesterday.
He swallows.
Whatever you do, boo.
Oh, I just can't with that man.
And now Hex is checking on him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I am so red.
You are. And there was a point where you were laughing so hard that you were not making any noise.
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Holiday shenanigans. Okay. Are
Are you done fighting with Amazon?
Hashtag not
Yes.
sponsored.
Yes, I'm done fighting.
I will take gift cards though.
Gift
Oh,
cards.
yeah.
I already gave you your Christmas present.
I think
I'm
she's
not
talking to our
saying that.
listeners.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wear a size tattoo gift card.
Gift card. I'm happy with that.
So, since
I just want you to subscribe and listen and share this podcast with all of your friends and family so that we
really
are
do.
world renowned. Oh shit!
really
Jesus,
do.
I need to stop putting my phone in my lap.
Are you getting fun little surprises?
It's just weird. It's just weird. All right, holiday, such and such.
So speaking
okay?
of holiday such and such, when I was unemployed, we had to cut expenses because we didn't know how long my unemployment was going to last. And Dar's checks were enough to cover expenses, but not like my bougie nails, right? So Rain and I tried doing them ourselves, and that just did not work out for me the way I wanted it to. So instead, I started going back to the glue-ons, and it's Christmas time. So I picked up these very, very cute glue-on Christmas nails, and I was pleasantly surprised because when you look in the photo, right, like the first photo shows a hand wearing these nails, and it looks a little AI-ish, right? The photo does, and you can see the little jewels on the AI photo. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's going to come, and those jewels they're just going to be paint. They're not actually going to be jewels that are on there. No, they're actually on there. There's actually jewels on there. And the set was less than $10. So I'm very excited to wear it. And I also got, because I'm me, so this set will last probably week and a half, right? Before it starts coming off. And then the other set that I got for this time of year is long coffin shaped, because that's my favorite, Nightmare Before Christmas nails. I'm very excited. I know. Because, okay, did y'all see the ad about Spirit Halloween having their Creepmas shop?
No.
Okay. Right now, they are piloting 4 physical locations, and they are selling Creepmas stuff. And so the video shows a person in the store showing us what all they've got, which is, oh, be still my black little goth heart. But they're not offering any of that online. If you go to their website and click on Creepmas, it will show you locations. And none of them are near me, which makes me really sad. So I got inspired. And that's why I'm going to make some goth Christmas jewelry for myself.
It sounds like Moms of Chaos road trip to me.
Well, 2 of the locations are in Massachusetts. And that's the closest.
Get fucked. No. No.
Oh, but it would
No.
be so lovely there right now. We could take some snowy photos.
I don't know. No. 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 No.
Hold on. I miss the idea of snow. I don't miss living in snow.
I
I miss
don't
the
know.
idea of it coming down and being soft
No,
and
I don't.
turning the world into this lovely blanket
I don't.
and not having to drive in it or
I
shovel
don't.
it.
I don't.
I don't miss that.
I don't. I don't. I don't.
I also miss
Snow,
not sweating my balls off 24/7.
snow, snow has a, swear to God, had somehow, somewhere, some way, I made Old Man Winter my arch nemesis, at least in his eyes. I was unaware of this rivalry, but I was unaware of this rivalry until I was the victim of some Old Man Winter stunts. All right.
Oh, I've had plenty.
Number one. Okay. Okay. I'm shuffling down to my car that's parked on the street because the place I lived it was on street parking. Fine. Shuffling down, I have a 4-door sedan. A sedan, not a truck, not an SUV. I had a fucking sedan, and those motherfuckers sit about 6 inches from off the ground. Okay? So I'm shuffling, and there's a little bit of an incline that I'm having to shuffle down. And as I get right towards where I'm
Oh, no.
ready to touch,
I
and
know
I
where this
start
is going.
maneuvering my door, my feet lose all traction
Mhm.
and they slide against the bottom of my fucking car. And then,
Ow, and
like
gross.
a reverse Wicked Witch of the West, my fucking feet go under and I go down. So instead of my little feet sticking out, it was my fucking top half going, what the fuck just happened? Okay? That happened. Okay?
I've had Old Man Winter fuck around with me too
Oh,
because we
that
lived.
was just one. That was just one.
Oh yeah,
There's
I
more.
know, I know.
There's
I'm
more.
sure.
I'm sorry to interrupt, and I will fully blame Captain for this because he's very, very spoiled, and it's my fault because he doesn't use much stuff in the kitchen, and he wants coffee, and he doesn't know how to work a coffee maker.
All right, you turn off your camera and put
He's
yourself on mute and go make coffee.
got the
Good boy.
goddamn
See you in a minute.
YouTubes.
See you in a minute.
No, this one's weird. I will be back.
So I went to high school in a place that is too cold for snow. We would get snow on occasion and it would pile up, but mostly what we got was ice because it was fucking cold as shit. And the car I drove in high school did not have any indicators on the climate controls for what was what. So it was hit or miss getting the defroster to work. So I carried a scraper in the car so that I can scrape off the inside of the fucking window as I'm driving down the goddamn road. And one night, this ended up with me in a snowbank. And no, there was no getting this car out because it's not built for that. And luckily, the nice farmer that lived near me, or lived where I plowed into a fucking snowbank, pulled his tractor out to pull my car out and back onto the road. And then, because it's a small town, he called my parents to let them know what happened. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
My first experience with living in a snowy region. I was in upstate New York. I was in college, and the day started. It was a little brisk, but it was October, right? Okay, so it's expected to be a little brisk. So I went to school in a tank top with a zip-up hoodie and jeans, and I don't know what they're called. They're slip-ons, and they have they they're a really weird shaped flat shoe. I don't know what they're called.
Belly flats, Toms?
No, they're slip-ons. They're stinky shoes. They're leather.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I had a knockoff brand, a knockoff version. They were Dr. Scholl's from Walmart. Love those shoes. Okay. So that's what I wore to college. Oh, and I was wearing socks because it was cold. It was chilly. Um, as the day progresses, because my classes that day were spread out, so I was at college on campus from like mid morning until well after sunset. And early afternoon, I noticed that it's sleeting. And remind you, it's October. So I'm like, I've never driven in snow. I've never lived in snow. So I asked my friends, is this when you put chains on your tires? And they thought that shit was absolutely hysterical. And they're like, no, it's just, it's just a little sleet. It'll go away. It's not cold enough for it to stick. Okay. Okay. I get out of my last class and um for those of you who have not picked up on it, um the this weather occurrence that I was living through as a first time snow resident was the October snowstorm. Um, so
We got a
I
good
got
one in
I,
April when I lived in Colorado.
yeah, so I got to experience shuffling out to my car, and I
Did you
had
slide
a
under it?
scraper in the trunk of my car, but my car was an older model car, and unless you had the key to the trunk, you couldn't access it. Guess where the snow scraper was? So I got in my car, turned it on, I cranked the heat up and put on the defroster or whatever. That does shit all to help because your car is balls cold because it's been in balls cold weather. So it's blowing balls cold air onto the balls cold snow. It's not doing shit. So I get out, and again, I only have a hoodie. I'm making the best out of the situation as I possibly can. So I pull my hoodie down over my hand and I hold it like this, and I'm using my forearm to scrape the big chunks of snow off of my car. Okay. I finally get it to a relatively manageable level. And at this point, my car has heated up. So that tells you how long I was at this little fucking task. Okay. I get in my car to like kind of defrost because at this point, snow has gotten in the back of my backless slide on shoes. So I'm cold. I'm cold. And I'm like, I'm going to give it another minute to finish heating up so I can do the windshield wipers and see. As I'm getting in and sitting down and trying to, resume normal blood flow circulation patterns, the dickhead that was sitting in the car running in the spot next to me gets out with a snow scraper and starts scraping off his car. I was like, you little
Fucker watched you
mother.
struggle.
Yes. Right. So
Ooh.
then I got to drive home. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. And part of the problem with a snowfall, like what we experienced in the October storm, when it falls that early and accumulates that early in the year before the trees have had an opportunity to lose all of their leaves, the combined weight of the frozen leaves with the snowpack causes the trees to branches to just snap and fall. So if you're walking outside, you are likely to be impaled.
You can
Yay!
get impaled with icicles too.
So that was fun. That was fun.
I'm impaled.
And then okay, so that was my first snow experience. Fan fucking tastic. Okay. I I I
Okay, do y'all remember?
I firmly believe that I could be walking around in like mountain climber shoes with the spikes on the bottom, and I will still not have traction and fall to my death.
Probably. You'll fall and break your ass. Which I've actually done. So when I was a kid, I was in junior high. I think I was a freshman. Ballet flats were not a thing. So we made our own by going to Payless, which I fucking miss, and buying ballet shoes for $20. like legit ballet shoes. Those were our ballet flats.
Mhm.
So I'm wearing those, and it's a place with lots of ice and it's too cold to snow. And across the street from the school is this little like convenience store slash grocery store kind of thing. So we would go over there occasionally on lunch to get like a candy bar or something. So I'm shuffling back to school across this parking lot. And what happens? My feet go out from under me. I did not slide under a car. Instead, I fell and broke my ass. I wish I was kidding. I broke my tailbone again. So I spent the next several weeks getting made fun of for sitting on those hard fucking wooden school chairs with a pillow under my ass.
So I feel like a majority of the population is gonna be able to understand this reference. Okay, we've all seen Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen the scene from Home Alone where the bad guy goes to chase after the kid and slips on marbles or something, and his feet go straight up and his body is fucking parallel to the ground, and then he slams on his
Falls to
death.
his death.
Okay? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First-hand experience. That shit sucks. And if you want to be able to say you survived, exhale as you go down, because otherwise
Which
the
you
wind
won't
gets
remember to
knocked out
do.
of you and you think you're going to die. So, all right. So wintertime, it's got to be fall semester because it was finals. It was time for finals. And I had come from work to the university, and so I was wearing work attire, okay? It was winter, so I was wearing, black dress pants, and I had these shoes. I adored these shoes. They were stripper boots. I'm gonna call it
Yes.
what they were.
I'm here
They
for it.
were
That's what I was wearing the night that Apprentice One was conceived.
they weren't
You were dressed like Tinkerbell.
they
Naughty
weren't
Tinkerbell.
vinyl. They weren't that shiny leather, but it was very obvious, like, that's not real leather, sweetie. That's what they were, okay? And they had like a nice, decent sized, girthy heel, so it wasn't like a freaking stiletto, okay? But the best
I do
part,
prefer the girth over the skinny.
the best part was the
Sure.
sole that was underneath the ball of my foot. It was rubber, so they actually had some
A little bit of
grip.
grip.
Yeah. Okay. And so those are the shoes I was wearing. Okay. So I make it to the university, and I'm like, shit. Like, my finals about to start. Shit. So I, find a parking spot, which is a miracle in itself, as anybody who's ever gone to college may know.
Mm-hmm.
And I make it to the building, and it at this point, it's well known it's winter, so they have like a freaking football field length rug on the inside for you to dry your feet off before you step onto the tile.
Yeah, because otherwise you will
So
fall and break your ass.
Literally.
well, speed runs don't work on those, ladies. Let me tell you why. Okay. So I get into the building, and I'm like shuffling fast across this rug to make sure that my feet are dry. But I'm still moving forward. Okay. I'm shuffling across the football length fucking rug to dry my feet off. Was not successful in this endeavor. And although the part of the sole underneath the ball of my foot was rubber, the bottom of the heel was smooth plastic. And so I get to the end of the carpet, and I go to step onto the tile to continue my speed endeavor to make it to my final on time. And I don't quite understand how this happened because there was no traction. There was none. I stepped on the tile and it was gone. It was like that sound effect was playing. Okay. But instead of just one foot like woo and sliding into a very unfortunate split, I don't know how I managed it, but both of my feet were on the tile at the same time in roughly the same place. And both feet went straight up. And I swear to Christ, it was light as a feather, stiff as a board for like a solid 3 seconds before gravity was like, hold on, bitch, you ain't supposed to be
Gravity
up
works.
there. And I slammed back down onto the ground audibly. Okay. And I know it was audibly because number one, I heard it, but maybe it's just because the pulse, the fucking sound was coming from my body hitting the ground. So maybe I have a slightly skewed version, right, as the sound effect. But no, I have evidence that there was a sound because unfortunately there was a fucking witness.
Was it a hot guy?
I don't know. I was focused on my soul trying to return itself to my body. But I'm pretty sure that after I hit the ground and it, after the of the body hitting the ground, the body hit the floor. Yeah, don't do that shit. Okay. All right. In addition to that, there was also the from me that I undoubtedly made.
Such a ladylike noise,
right?
But this fucking asshole who had been slightly ahead of me, like literally the fucking hallway has a corner, and he was almost completely around the corner. This fucker stopped and like backed up to get a better look, and he was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I'm good. So I home aloned it. Yeah, I did. I did the full Home Alone. Like I was airborne. Ladies and gentlemen. I was airborne, and I don't ever want the superpower of being able to fly because
do you not recommend?
Shit was scary. Okay. Then I landed. I managed to like compose myself enough to get up and cautiously, but still proceed to where my final was supposed to be taking place. And there's a sign on the door that says, as a reminder to students of X, Y, and Z class, there is no final this semester.
At least you didn't break your ass.
I didn't go to the doctor, but I can assure you there have been lifelong butthole issues as a result.
Christ.
Was not prepared for that.
The coccyx. The coccyx, ladies and gentlemen. That's the formal name of the
that's your
base tailbone.
Yeah, that's what I broke. 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. So
and allegedly I broke my mother's when I was born. I don't know.
Old man Winter has it out for me. So I will never. No. Oh my God, Harley, it's snowing. Don't you want to get some like fun, like basic white girl pictures? No, I fucking don't.
So Rain and I are in a thrift store yesterday.
Oh my God, she was so adorable.
And it dawns on me that my typical work attire is fairly basic white girl.
Except for your jewelry.
Yeah.
It's like that's your quiet rebellion.
Yeah, I guess.
My gremlin told me that my work attire looks like a teacher.
I'm assuming not the Miss Frizzle type of teacher?
I don't think she knows who that is.
Magic School Bus?
I don't think she knows who that is.
You've not... I knew that I had succeeded as a parent when my children were requesting Bon Jovi and Poison in the car.
I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, no. Fucking shit. Holiday shenanigans. This is what we're talking about. Not just holiday time bullshit. I So
Okay.
yeah, I don't leave my house after Halloween, usually. Almost exclusively do all my shopping online. Okay?
It
Okay.
is a shit show out there.
And
It is.
and when I do venture into the chaos
Title
that I don't
place.
like, that is the pandemonium of shopping with people, uh,
Hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I have to. No.
So y'all are familiar enough with music lore that you're aware of when grunge started and kind of became a thing in fashion, right? Well, that was when I was in high school, and I wanted a pair of combat boots more than anything. That's what I wanted for Christmas, was a pair of combat boots. And I knew I wasn't going to get them because even the knockoffs were super expensive, and my family was fucking poor. And I still don't know how my mom pulled it off. But she got me a pair of combat boots that year for Christmas. I don't know what she did. I don't know how. She still I am in my 40s and the woman still has not told me how she did it.
There are some.
She just smiles and says, "I'm glad you loved it."
Mom magic.
I have a picture of myself in the trailer that we lived in wearing those combat boots, and I guess my pajamas that day were my very favorite Taz boxers. So I'm standing there in a t-shirt and my Taz boxers and my combat boots, grinning like a loon.
There
That's still
are
one of my
some
favorite Christmas memories.
there are some ways of the mama that will never be told.
We had we suffered a fairly major setback one year, and we did not have any ornaments for the tree. So Mom, before the era of the Google, somehow found a recipe for salt dough and had us sit around the table with salt dough and Christmas cookie cutters and make a shit ton of ornaments. And she had those on the tree for years after that. I'm pretty sure they've all broken since, but I mean, after I moved out, she still had them on the tree.
So
Yeah. So mom's
Ah.
go ahead.
so I've had, I think, 2 Christmases up in the frozen north, as I called it, from my time living in New Jersey, which I don't recommend. Very pretty, very pretty state parks, but yeah. But my favorite memory, well, one of my favorite memories from Christmas is I walked out to the living room, and I was a teenager. Walked out to the living room, and my mom somehow had Monsters Inc. had come out recently. At this point, my mom had somehow gotten a 3 foot tall, probably about 2.5 feet tall, Sully, and
Mike Wazowski.
I didn't get a White Wazowski. Yes, I said it that way on purpose. And
Put that thing back where
but
it came from. So help me. So help me. Sorry, I'm okay.
so I had that. My stocking was leaned up against Sully, and I got, the floor, the standing mirror, because that's what every teenage girl needs to have is the full length mirror.
I'm actually gonna get one still.
um, they have the ones that hang on the door, and it's a jewelry or makeup holder too. Sweet. But yeah, so that was one of my favorite ones because I don't know how she did it. I think the company she worked for at the time was using those as a display, and that's how she got it. But the great thing about that is you fast forward about a year and a half, 2 years, and my history teacher in school loved Monsters Inc. and would give extra credit because there were toys or something at McDonald's. So if you brought them in, you got like 5 extra points or something, right?
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
I
Let's
got
go.
I got the attendance office because I got to school early, I got the attendance office to let me into her classroom. And I set up Sully because honestly he was taking up way too much room in my room, and I am not Witchkin too. I have to have space on my bed for me. Um
Yeah, I'm not cool with drowning in a sea of stuffies in my
yeah, no,
sleep.
that's
That's just
that's
going to
how
provoke
she is.
nightmares.
And so I put Sully in. We locked the door locks back, and literally just had it sitting against the shelf that she had probably about 6 feet from the door. So I'm waiting around the corner of the attendant's office on the stairwell, wait, so I could hear her come in because she was literally right there. And I hear her walking in, and she's saying hi to the attendance people, and then I start giggling, and I hear her keys go into the door, and then she goes, "Rain, what did you do?" Because she opens the door and all she can see is his eyes.
That would have been a little
And
freaky.
yeah, I got buku points though.
Oh, yeah, I have a similar story, but um, it was because I was dating somebody who worked for a cookie company, and it was Spanish class, and we were celebrating Day of the Dead, and we got extra credit points for bringing in something for a Day of the Dead celebration. I got lots of extra credit points
You brought a cookie cake.
because I brought not just a cookie cake, I brought like the jumbo rectangle decorated with skeletons and flowers for a Dia de los Muertos cookie cake.
Okay, so for those of y'all that are watching us from the YouTubes, what you just saw was Washburn trying to get my attention because apparently Daddy's not giving him attention.
Didn't even
And
see it.
oh, he
Yeah,
popped his head up like right here.
Didn't see it. I thought it was just an erroneous boner. Honest, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
well, I
Nope,
mean, she was already playing her tits like a banjo, so
this is
Right?
true.
Ronnie's
So, all
boner
right.
is not without their
So,
possibility.
uh,
You guys have any like fun
I have
recipes or anything that you only make this time of year? Or is that just me?
no, so my sister gave me a really awesome crinkle cookie recipe, and I made it the year she gave it to me. They were bomb. Tried to make them the next year, and I couldn't find the recipe, and she was like, just look through the messages. And I was like, okay, couldn't find it, so I just Googled it. Did not check the reviews on said recipe pulled from Google. So my cookies tasted like Play-Doh.
Too much salt.
There was no salt added. Yep.
too much baking soda?
Yeah.
Beats the fuck out of me. I don't know. But so I have a kind of sad Christmas holiday story. So my growing up, my mom kind of took the lead to make sure that um she would draw a chart with everybody's name at the top and everybody's name on the side, and she would make sure that everybody had a gift for everybody else and from everybody else, and then uh whatever. And uh I that year I had decided I wanted to make something special for Santa. So I made a whole bunch of like things, just miscellaneous shit out of construction paper. Like I made like a diamond ring that I by
Adorable.
taping a strip of gold yellow paper and then putting like a white diamond. Well, um, I did not realize, it did not occur to me that mom took me to go get Christmas gifts for everybody, but nobody took me to get a Christmas gift for mom.
Oh.
And Christmas morning, we realized nobody had taken anybody else to go get a Christmas
Oh,
gift for Mom.
oh,
So, I remember feeling I
about
was
this
young.
big.
I was young, but I still felt absolutely awful. And it turns out that the gift that my dad had got for my mom, he couldn't keep it at the house. We would always go to my grandparents later after Christmas morning, and so her gift was at their house.
Mm.
Um, but there was nothing under the tree for Mom that morning.
See,
And my special gift that I had made for Santa had been overlooked. So I pulled it out and I was like, I had made this for Santa, but I guess Santa knew that you needed something, so I gave it to my mom, and my mom was my uh, I oh so now like I like I am so just strung out, honestly, about making sure that I don't forget anybody
hmm
for Christmas, because I just and
so
I'm lucky my husband makes sure that, to get me something. He makes sure that I'm taken care of, but like I
it is hard to make sure that Dar has presents under the tree because the
He
man
is
is
hard to
fucking
shop
hard
for.
to shop for. He doesn't want or need anything. So,
Okay, honestly, Joker is hard to shop for, but that's when I just started going shopping in the kids section,
yeah, yeah, that's what I'll
much to
do for Dar
Harley's
sometimes.
annoyance.
That's what I'll do for Dar sometimes. And like, excuse me, so growing up, there was a lot of kids and we're really poor, right? So in order to make some Christmas magic and make sure that people have something under the tree, Mom would have us draw names. So each of us would draw one name, and that was who you were getting a present for. And Mom would give each of us $20 to get a present. Well, brother number 5, he did that. He got a legit present and he wrapped it and put it under the tree for who he was supposed to give presents for. And then he went into that person's room and stole some random object and wrapped it in bubble wrap and then wrapped that in duct tape and then several more layers involving boxes, plural, until it was like a decent size. And then he wrapped that in wrapping paper and put it on the tree and made sure that that was the first thing that brother opened that morning. And when he finally got through all the layers, he realizes that it's his own shit.
It's like, motherfucker.
What? I've been looking for this.
So funny story. Um, uh, Again, I was little, and I've all I I was wearing a Christmas morning. I was wearing a pajama shirt and panties. Okay, nothing. Don't. Nobody
Because
be
you were like
weird.
what,
I
3 or
was
4,
I was
right?
young. I was a kid. I was under the age of 10. But I
Okay.
remember
Yeah.
I remember sitting there, and I was kind of like shifting weird, and I don't remember
Did
which
you get a
parent it
fart
was,
stuck?
but one of my parents were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, and finally,
Out of
I
it.
finally I realized I could not shimmy this discomforting feeling away. So I, reached my hand back there and I kind of like itched, and I pull out a pine needle. And my parents, my, and my it's literally my parents had just been like, "What are you doing, Harley? What are you
Piney
doing?
fresh.
What are you doing?" And I was like, "I had a pine needle poking me," and they thought it was fucking hilarious. It was my butt cheek, y'all. It was my butt cheek. My butt cheek was
It was
twitching and
piney fresh.
itching and spasming. Well, it we had a fake tree, so it was plasticky fresh. But yeah, um,
We used to, when the kids were little, we used to take them to this Christmas tree farm to go cut down our own tree. And it was never cold enough because we were stationed in Alabama. And so there was one year where we're all wearing t-shirts to go pick out our Christmas tree because it was like 60, 70 degrees outside. It was gross and too warm for December. And then there's another year where we're actually bundled up. It's just Oh, it was weird, but we
Luck of the
loved
draw.
that was, I know it sounds cliche and like Americana and whatever, but we loved that. That's some of my best Christmas memories with the kids is going to, letting them run off into the field of Christmas trees to pick out which one was coming home with us. It was, and they would never fight over it. They at those ages, they got along so well, and I
Ladies,
kind of miss that.
ladies and gentlemen of the podcast, it has been established Harley can't cook. Okay, we know this. We know this.
Yes, very well established.
Harley also has
Right.
a black thumb, not a green thumb. It's a black thumb. Raven, that handy dandy plant that you were like, oh, this is so great for beginners. It's super easy. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. I killed it. Like
I feel like you did that on purpose.
crispy, brown, crusty, dead. There ain't no reviving it. So I
Okay,
kill
so
stuff. So
don't get Harley plants for Christmas.
a nice
Noted.
living tree, a nice nope, gonna be a fire hazard. That's my
Adar
luck.
was really good
Alright,
about making sure that there was always water in it. He was really good about that. I have one picture where Apprentice 1 is 5 or 6, and Daddy's lifting him up to put the topper on the tree. And he's just got the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. And I snapped that picture mid-reach, and this is before the very first iPhone came out, so this was like a legit film camera.
Aw.
And I still managed, because like you never knew until you got the damn things developed if you'd gotten decent shots or not, right?
Mhm.
I managed
Which
to
was
get a decent one.
always awesome because you're like, fuck, I don't remember what I took
Yeah.
on this roll.
Uh-huh.
Is this safe for me to open in public? Should I have taken this here?
I cannot tell you how many rolls of film that my family got developed over the years that majority of the images were just pictures of the TV playing my favorite movie at the time. I have I have a plethora, or had I. These are this is a long time ago, obviously, but I remember just stumbling across like one of those folders, envelopes of developed pictures, and I was like, obviously my language was not what it is that I'm about to say, but I was like, why the fuck are there so many pictures of Jafar? I don't like Jafar.
Did you have a thing for Jafar? Please say no.
No, I said I don't like Jafar.
Apparently, you did.
Yeah, I think there's something going on there.
I think part of why I took so many pictures of the TV when it was playing movies is like in my head, I thought that if I took a picture of the movie playing, the print of the picture would be like that still shot of the movie and not the movie, the TV set, the TV stand, the background of my house.
All the background
I don't
noise.
know. I don't know. But all right. So ladies, we've been going for a minute talking about all sorts of stuff. Listen, listeners, I told you it was holiday such and such. We talked a little bit about holiday shenanigans, about this time of year shenanigans, about our love-hate
Winter ass
relationship with
breaking.
snowy backdrops. I want to go cuddle. No, I don't. We talked about a lot of stuff. So
And we talked about, Captain getting sneezed on by a dog.
and Captain likes to swallow. So we all learned something new.
We did.
Even
We
I
did.
did.
The
So-
more you know.
Right? So y'all leave us a comment. Tell us what your favorite thing about this time of year is, or like a favorite recipe or a favorite memory, or tell us to fuck off because this is your least favorite time of year. I mean,
Hi,
whatever.
that's me.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot to
Any
add.
hoosers. As always, you can reach out to us on any of our social media platforms or mocmediatx.com.
And if
And
you are enjoying the reels that are on our social media, thank Harley because she has been fan-fucking-tastic about putting that shit together and putting it out. And I've
I'm
been
working
shamelessly
about
stealing it.
I've been working about,
some of
well,
them
she
are
tags you to it.
Yeah, and then
some
I
of them are
post it
kind
on
of
my own.
some of them were kind of fun to create. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed making the one where you guys pushed me in front of the bus. Like that was fun. It was a pain in the ass, but it was really fun to make. All right, but ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you all have a wonderful time, whether you're celebrating or you're just bah humbugging it. I don't care. Do
Not
you
bug
and
humbug
enjoy
it.
your time. Okay?
We hope you enjoy time with the friends and family that uplift you and that you choose to spend time with, and that you get yummy foods and warm spaces and
And
no
Irish
ass
pub food is
breaking.
awesome.
Yep.
Irish
No
What?
pub food is awesome.
Oh
no
yeah, no
no
ass
yep.
breaking.
No badass breaking. All right. Okay. All right. Bye y'all. Bye.
Later.
Bye.